Good morning, fellow gardeners. This is Paul, and here is part 2 of that collection that was given to us. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So over here is Hylo, Cirrus, Trinitanensis. I believe I said it correctly. Very spiny. I saw a similar looking plant in the Facebook groups just yesterday, and that was on the island of Tobago. So Hylo, Cirrus, Trinitanensis, very spiny. Red flesh fruit, I believe. And this quirky one here is Hylo, Cirrus, Lemerii. It's very interesting. It's green up here, but man, it's like a tree trunk. Super quirky. Look at that. Lemerii. Up next, Hylo, Cirrus, Truvianis, which is a white fleshed fruit, I believe. And this one's not so hard to find. I believe Spicy Exotic sells it. I've seen it around, but I did not have it, so now I do. Now this one I don't want to mispronounce. Hylo, Cirrus, venezuelensis, I believe. You can see it did not like the cold. It's growing more along the coast, so kind of turned purplish, similar to Ocamponus, so very similar. Some similar traits, you know, horny. Did look like Ocamponus, like a skinnier to me, so very interesting. And this one I believe is misspelled. And this should be a Hylo, Cirrus perpussii, but I think it's spelled wrong. Very similar to Citatious, very dark colored fruit. You can see this, it's rooted and it's got new growth. So I'll double check on that one, but I think it's misspelled. And over here, it's very exciting. This is a white-fleshed citatious. Citatious, some people say. So it's different than the one Spicy Exotic sells, which I have. They definitely look different. And the one I have from Spicy is, I believe, like a purple-colored flesh. Now this one you can see is actually, there's some photos in Paul Thompson's book. And these are next to each other, but there are 2 versions of Jala. So this is one of them. And this looks similar to George's number 3. Whoa. Ouch. It is spiny, even though it looks a little small. A very beautiful color. And so this came from Leo. This is Leo's Jala. That's where my new friend got it from years ago. And this one is another one he got from Leo years ago. And this is Paul Thompson's number 7. Not S7, number 7. And it's actually similar to like a sugar dragon, but more horny there. And it will get 1 or 2 spines. So you can see that fruit as you saw in the photo. So very excited to see what becomes of those 2. Now here are 2 of Paul Thompson's Ocamponus. This is one, they called it Ocamponus 1. And in his book they have different numbers. And here's Ocamponus 2, so you can see how spiny it is. Look at that. So this one's really spiny. It's hard to grab. Much different than the other one. And over here is Hylo, Cirrus broxensis, which I'm excited to have finally the correct one. I don't think the one I got before is definitely not the same plant. This one is very much Ocamponus traits. And this one in the sunlight is tissue cultured Leo's dragon. So Leo's Citatious crossed with Megalanthus, which a few people have. But this one is a sister seedling, so I'm most excited about this little one. Look at this. So this is his number 2. So the other one was number 1, and this one is number 2. So this one's different. So I'm excited to see how that grows in our climate. And then over here, a few more. This one, he said, is the best tasting white flesh he had, but it rots very easy, hard to grow, he said. And he's been adding more calcium. So HBG white, but it's not an undatus or undatus. Something's different about this plant. But he says it's a phenomenal fruit, but likes to get stem rot. Very, very temperamental variety. And over here is, this one has been rooted already. Very interesting growth. Look at the true leaves on there. But these ones are Nambia orange. Nabina orange, sorry. I've never heard of it. I think it's from the Yahoo groups long ago, but he says it's a great tasting variety. So, and it's not from Nabina, and it's not orange. That's what he said. Now this one is orange. This is Sarong's Orange Dragon. And this one for sure came from the Yahoo groups long ago, he told me. I believe it came from Malaysia or something like that, so interested to see what happens with that. Then he had a few more that he wanted me to have from friends. This one is called Dennis. Grows different than his other varieties. Says it's a great fruit. And this interesting polyrhizis is kind of like some of George's here, but this one he says tastes different, and he calls it Skeels. So if you know anything about those, that would be very helpful. But I've never heard of them or could not find any information online. And then this last one is a Cirrus grandiflorus. So I collect a lot of Cirrus, and that's another one that I did not have, but now I do. So there you go. Hit us up in the comments. Let me know which ones you find most interesting, or that you would like a cutting of someday. But I'm so grateful for kind people. I mean, it's awesome to get these for free and to keep some of Paul Thompson's varieties still going. So there's all of the score that we had, part 1 and part 2. Give us a like and a subscribe. Thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Take care.